Welcome to Bible Logos. I am Tamiko Davis, your broadcast host. I am here today to bring to you part 2 of the message, Just Do You. Please remember to like and share this message on social media with your friends and family. All right, here we go with part 2 of Just Do You.
And what we've got to recognize is that with respect to our children, our responsibility as stewards over them is not to try to make them something that they are not. A lot of us have grown up because someone has tried to make us or shape us into somebody that we're not. We're confused and we don't know whether we're coming or going. And we're not functioning in our best because we've been all of our life trained to be something that we are not. We're not to try to be something that you're not. What you're supposed to be is be the best you, who you can be. Accentuate the positive in your own personality and be that for the glory of God. Come on, somebody. Let's give him some praise. So we see with respect to these sisters, Martha was outgoing. Martha was a people pleaser. Mary, on the other hand, she was reserved. She was a one-on-one type of person. But whether you would look at the one who was an outgoing person, who was a people pleaser, or whether you look at the other one who was a one-on-one type of reserved person, both of them loved the Lord. So as long as you love the Lord, that's all that matters. You don't have to do it like me. You don't have to do it like her. You don't have to do it like the next one. Love them as much as you can with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength, the best that you can do. Give him your best. Don't try to give him my best. Don't try to give him Elder's best. Don't try to give him Mama's best. Give him your best. So what we're being taught in this teaching is, first and foremost, it is important to embrace the person who God has made you. And a lot of us have to shake some stuff that we were taught growing up, because again, Mama was trying to make us be somebody else. So I have to discover who I am and embrace the person who God has made me. Why am I as I am? Because God made me this way. Why are you as you are? Because God made you that way. And so instead of me trying to be somebody else, I need to be who God has made me to be. Embrace it. Then the next thing we want to do is understand the personality that God has given you. If we're going to be effective in our workings for the Lord, and if we're going to accentuate our best for him and operate in our shape, we need to understand the personality that God has given each and every one of us. And again, not try to be somebody who you are not. Now, in the book, he says, in order to understand the personality God has given you, it will require you, or this will help you to be more effective in expressing your spiritual gifts, your heart, and your abilities. And in order to help you better understand your personality, there are 2 things that you should consider. The first is this: how you relate to others. If I'm going to understand my personality, the personality that God has given me, one of the ways that I can measure this or take a look at this and understand this is how I relate to other individuals. Then the second way is how you respond to opportunities. So let's look at the first one. How do you relate to other people? Let me just let you take a moment and think about that. How do you relate to other people? There are some people that when there's a room full of strangers, they come to life. They love to be in the presence of a whole bunch of people because now they can take the stage and try to get center stage. There's some people who love to interact with people and they come alive when those opportunities occur. But then there are others who back up and cowl down. They're not as comfortable in large groups, and they would prefer to be among smaller groups or deal with people one-on-one. Is anyone better than the other? No. So whichever you are, be the best that you are. Sometimes we spend time as an extroverted, outgoing person trying to back it up some, trying to pull it in some, or people might tell us, calm down, pull it in. Other times, we might As the opposite, the person who's more reserved, we might find ourselves trying to figure out, I got to figure out how to work the room. You don't need to try to figure out how to work the room. That's not your area. You can't work a room. Huh? So instead of me trying to be something that I'm not, I need to do what I do. Amen? So just do you. Amen. So let's look at this. There are certain ways to measure how you relate to others. One of them is this. Are you outgoing or are you reserved? Outgoing versus reserved. Do you like to be in crowds? Do you enjoy being around many people? Do you love the opportunity to mix and mingle and meet new people? Some people love that. Others, in a large crowd, you got this large setting going on, and they're over in the corner to themselves or talking to one or two people. They're not trying to get into that large crowd. What are you? Are you outgoing or are you reserved? Another way to look at this, how you relate to others, is whether you are self-expressive or whether you are self-controlled. Self-expressive versus self-controlled.
Welcome back. If you like what you've heard so far, tune in tomorrow for part 3 of the message, Just Do You. Please remember to like and share this message with your friends and family. I am Tamiko Davis, and I want you to remember that the sower sows the word, and therefore it is with the same measure you meet that it shall be measured unto you again.